So guys, finally the Christian Association of Nigeria, the CAN, have agreed that there is a real genocide in Nigeria. So for this headline, it says that Christian genocide is real in Nigeria. CAN insists in first response to Trump's remark, because eventually they denied it before, that there is nothing like Christian genocide. Because from here again, it says that CAN breaks 2 weeks of silence, agreeing with Trump that Christian communities face genocidal attacks, saying silence in injustice is unbiblical. So eventually they've agreed that there is a Christian genocide. But there are a lot of things happening in Nigeria today at the same time, because from this headline, we are seeing that terrorists attack CAC church in Kwara community, kill 3, abduct pastors, several worshippers. This is happening in times where Trump raised alarm on the insecurities happening in Nigeria. Ever since Trump raised that alarm, insecurity in Nigeria have gotten worse, and the government are not doing anything about it. So from the headline also, it says that terrorists kill 6 displaced residents in Taraba communities as Christian leaders raise alarm. That means they fired 6 and also displaced residents in Taraba communities. When will this going to stop? And the worst part is that Ribadu, which you all know, came out publicly and said that Tinubu is working, that every day they kill bandits, whereas me and you know that is a lie. That this in Nigeria today, every day bandits are buying people and displacing residents from their home. And now he came out to lie that there is nothing like that in Nigeria. Every day bandits are being hired by the military, whereas we know that bandits are the ones buying militaries. So I will take you down to that video, but before that, let's take a reactions of Nigerians on this issue, because the many of them talked on why this man is lying. So the Nigerians are reacting because this is a pure lie. We all know that this is a pure lie, that bandits are the ones killing our military. We all have seen videos. Even the Brigadier General was pied by the same bandits, and guess what? The government have not said anything about that till today. That's to tell the level where we are in Nigeria, where they don't care about what people are going through. So someone said Tinubu gains. On a more serious note, this undue loyalty to Tinubu other than one's country is a cause for concern. So they are saying that this issue where everybody is loyal to Tinubu and not to Nigeria or to the law is a cause for concern. So he went ahead to say, from the legislature to the judiciary, they all reek of the same psychophancy. Truly disturbing. Another one said, the National Security Advisor is a clown and a liar that does not know how to lie. Here he is, lying that bandits are killed every day, whereas these bandits on a routine basis are giving the Nigerian military a bloody nose. Someone else said, my problem is the fools that even still clap for them over this public display of irresponsibility and foolishness. Very old and useless morons we call elites in this country. How can they change for good when they have fools like this applauding the incompetence and looting? Someone else said, this government should be devolved entirely. The way the government lie in the face of people is just heartbreaking. We can't get it better again. We want the government devolved totally. Lastly, someone said, I hope those tribal bigots, Muslim leaders in the north who forced the Muslim ticket on their people, and our useless judiciary who disgrace our country in front of the world, can now see the mess they've eventually led our country into. So guys, I'll ask you guys to take a look at this video, starting from where the Badu was lying, also down to where the Minister of Foreign Affairs was also lying on an international television. Just take a listen at that and then take a look at the video. But if you are new at my channel, please do it to subscribe. Let's watch this video, guys.
One, and we are beginning to see the gains, what we call Tinubu gains. Hundreds of bandits are killed today, every day. Tinubu gains. You move everywhere in our own country today, free of fear. Tinubu gains. Things are changing. These so-called Lakura or whatever you call them, they are making a mistake. Nobody ever dares Tinubu and win. Nobody. They have come at a wrong time. Nobody has ever defeated Tinubu. And you are going to be defeated, and we'll kick you out of Nigeria. This is a Nigeria of 2024. And this is a Nigeria where I can assure you the critics will be quiet. One after the other, things will change in our country. And it's already changing.
Over precise numbers, but you've already said by your own numbers over 100 Christian churches have been attacked. You won't commit to how many Christians have been killed. I think you're slightly hiding behind the fact you don't know what all their religion was, but you must know how many people have been killed.
I can give you figures. You did not ask me. You did not ask me. I can give you figures of those that lost their lives
How many Christians have been murdered in Nigeria since 2009?
since 2000, since over the last 5 years, I can categorically tell you that 177 have been killed. And it does not mean that the killing.
But you said to me, earlier.
Do you believe in the Kassala peace deal?
No, because it is never a peace deal. It is maybe something you could call stop measure, because there is a loss of confidence in the governmental system. These people who are indigenous of the state, for years, I think about 5 or how many years, they could not farm, they cannot graze. Almost 70% of our schools and hospitals and other infrastructure of the state are not functioning.
Over 70%?
Yes.
Schools,
Yes.
hospitals?
If you see any school operating in those states, except maybe the Daura zone and Daura Emirate, most of those schools, they operate only in the town, in the capital or maybe a ward capital. So now, these communities, if you go inside the villages, which I go, you find that totally most of the villages are not there. They are somewhere, somehow, refugees in different places. Now, it's understandable those things happen, because what the bandits were doing to them, I have never heard that in history, where they will come to your house, rape your family in front of you. There are cases which people come to my house, because I stay in the village when I'm around. They will come and report to you. There are some instances where I know somebody came and told me that the bandits, after they have stolen, after they have kidnapped some people from my village in Kurfi, on their way they went and raped his daughter, who is a nursing mother.
A nursing mother?
Yes, and also raped his wife, the mother of the girl. Now also there are instances where there are some bandits, about 40 of them. They raped 9 ladies. Throughout the night they were raping them.
9
Yes.
ladies?
And at the end, the following day, we took them to the hospital. After being examined, the hospital said there is nothing we could do. We could only take them to Babaluga, where they do this operation of BVF. Now, these are daily occurrences. Now, what is even happening, which is a new, what you can call a new acceptability or a new normal. This bandit will call you on the phone, tell you to take your wife or your daughter, and you have no option. According to them, some people ask, why don't they leave the place? Where would they go? There is no any refugee camp anywhere in the States. There is nowhere where they could hide, because all they do in their life, because the reality what this people have taken, they know very well that government, there is no presence of government. Hardly you will find water, you will find any sanitation. So, but they wanted to live with that in life. They do their grazing, do their farming, but now they cannot farm, they cannot graze, they cannot.
And they cannot relocate.
And they cannot relocate. So now they are in certain kind of danger. So those kind of circumstances they found themselves. And they call on governments. Government is not there to help them. Initially there were this, what you call the vigilante group and all this. Themselves they reach certain level where there is nothing they can do because they were overwhelmed. The bandits have AK-47. They have sophisticated weapons. They also have funds because they got people pay ransom and all this kind of thing.
But who are the bandits?
The bandits are indigenous people from the area. Most of them are Fulani stock. But there are many those criminals who are non-Fulanis. Some are even butchers. Some are typical house habi and all this kind of stuff. So
they were born and brought up in those communities?
Yes, in those communities. Some of them, we even know when they give birth to them. Some of them, we know their parents. I personally have interaction with some of the parents of the bandits. So you see, so they are there. And so all they do is to terrorize the society, to base on that terrorizing, and people become helpless. So people are saying, okay, if government, you cannot help us, and nobody can help us, so why don't you talk to these people, let us have some peace. More especially when people see that it's around harvesting period. So the little of them who have farm, let them get some peace so that they can get their farm produce back in the home. But the story reached me today that in fact since last week, the bandits were going around the farms with their cows and eating up the...
I want to understand the process of the peace deal. We know that the governor said, count me out. But then we are seeing community leaders, local government chairmen. Now, who is actually in charge? Who is giving the green light? And sometimes you even see security operatives at the places where some of these peace deals are held.
I don't think if governor says that they have no hand. If you hear the utterance of his Commissioner of Internal Security, he said that, look, the community wanted it, so as far as we are concerned, we can let the community to go and negotiate on that. You don't run a government like that to say, okay, everybody is on his own. That's basically what they are saying. But even having said that, it looks very ridiculous when chairman of local government, district heads, village heads, police, DSS were involved in those concocted beasts. So how would you say there is no hand of government? Is there any local government that can go to any peace deal without the clearance of the governor?
Then who is deceiving who?
The government is deceiving or not even deceiving. I think they are dishonest to themselves, and it's very dangerous for the future of this country.
What are the terms? Are you aware of the terms?
Well, what
who gets what during the peace
What
deal?
I see the terms. Number one, in a serious country, there is no way you can go into negotiation in that level, because peace negotiation at that level, it has so many organs, like disarmament, truce, for so-called forgiveness. But you don't do it to say that the government says that there should be peace, and you ask chairman of local government and district head, because the implication of that, because what this peace deal shows, that it is better you be a criminal, a bandit, than also...
What do you mean by saying it is better?
Yeah, because
are they getting an age?
They talk to the bandits, they give money to the bandits.
Is this an allegation, giving money? Because they said maybe it's to allow the bandits also live in peace. I mean, in a way they can come out from the bushes to the town, go to market, and all these are some of the terms.
Yeah,
but you think there is issue of money?
Yes, I believe so. And also when the bandits come into the market, they come with their motorcycles, they speed like hell in the towns, and with their AK-47. And this kind of weapons is not an ordinary weapons which you are allowed even to carry. Because I know a situation where some villages were having their own AK. I think they got it after they killed one thief, one bandit. So they were using it to. But when it was learned by the security forces, they went and collected it and even detained some of those villages. And when the bandit heard that it was collected, the following day bandit come and kill 11 people in that village. And the father and the uncles of those people came to my house.
We see some of the bandits, of course, you said coming out with arms, but then you also see them wearing uniforms.
Yes. You know, when they buy the arms, they also buy uniforms. And also any security personnel they killed, they will take his uniform.
To do what with it?
Well, they will wear it. And you see them wearing.
Have you seen any? I mean, wearing uniform of the policeman
no,
or the soldier that they
there is
killed?
even Jankari. Jankari, Abdurrahman Jankari is one of the most notorious bandits in Northwest. He was even the one who masterminded killing of late Aminu Dai.
Assistant Commissioner.
Assistant Commissioner of Police and Area Commander of Dutama Zone. Now when he killed him, because it was in my local government, he left from Kurfi police station to where he will go and do the operation because he was a very fine officer, incorruptible, and all this. Everybody knows about him. Now, when he went for that operation and they encircled him based on certain kind of betrayal from within his own cycle, I believe, when he was killed by that Jankari, the following day, all the big bandits in the area had a party in Saskia, one village about 10 kilometers from Dutskama, and they were celebrating the killing of Aminu, later Aminu. And Jankaro came with the uniform of Aminu, and they were hailing him. Everybody.
He went to the party.
Yes, to
with
the
the uniform of Aminu.
Of Aminu. Now everybody know, and from time to time he will put the uniform and be going around the town. So when this so-called peace deal which they arranged, when he came for that meeting, he came with the uniform of late Aminu, with the name Aminu Umar.
During a peace deal?
During a peace deal.
The security operatives
were there. You have the police, who they kill as some commissioner of police. So, and why I tell you it cannot be a normal peace, because the conditionalities were given by the bandit. The bandit directed that no police should come with uniform. Police who were there, none of them went with uniform. They asked district head to come. Some of the district head even have to walk the bandit inside the bush to say bye-bye to them. And then you could see, if you look some of the pictures, there are bandits with the traditional rulers of district head with their arms. So now, psychologically, what you put on the common man is that this Barao bandit is more respected within the Nigerian system, and also he has control over what was going on, because while he asked everybody coming for that peace deal should not come with arms, they come with their own arms. And I know in the case of my local government in Kurfi, the bandits said that the meeting will take place 9:30 in the morning. All the district heads were there, the police people and the other so-called village heads. And the bandit didn't come until around 4 p.m.
And they waited for them?
They waited for them, and they finished, and also they take their way. So you see, the problem is just like what I see Nkwenje Uwala said. She said, how can a normal system sit with murderers with their arms and say that you are negotiating peace deal? Because even at the level of government, you cannot say you have forgiven the bandits.
In international law, it doesn't work like
you
that.
can't. So how can Dukko say that the governor, he have forgiven the bandits? Because
But he has never said that.
Well, when you come and say that you meet with them for peace, so what happened to the people who were victims? Were they called? These were victims whom you killed them, you killed their children. And then you didn't say a word to them. You didn't even listen what really happened to them. But this shows you, especially in the Northwest or in the North, the total failure and also the disgraceful and lazy and irresponsible elites you are having in the North.
It's like you have put them in one basket, the leadership.
Why? Yes, because if you take now like the case of Trump, when he said that he will come and do whatever in Nigeria, of course,
were you scared when he said it?
No, I couldn't have been scared because I don't think any imperial power can come and mess up. But you give him the basis to do that.
How do you mean?
Yeah. When you are a leader, I have seen debates by people saying, like from this part of the country, the Christians who have taken whatever to American government. Now, they have taken some data to them. They showed some people who were killed. Whatever the case, there are factual things which they have presented of the death. That's my understanding. But then also in this part of the country, you have no data of who and who was killed. In fact, when something happened in some of this location within the country, the governors and the government will be in the forefront to talk about it, to make the press, the whole world to know that our people have been killed. Quite a number of our governors, they even tried to bribe journalists not to report it.
The killing of them.
The killing of their own people. So here you are, and some of us in this Katsina State initiative, it's not something we have started just last month. So we have done this even before the coming of Dukko, Joanna Masari. That's why I could see any governor who tell you, I don't control the army, I don't control the police, he must be very irresponsible. Because they know the whole purpose of a governor, your capacity to coordinate the security services to achieve the goal you want.
But it's federal government responsibility.
No, but it's not question where you sit and give them command. But some people will learn that some people are going to be killed there, and then you participate in assisting them of the intelligence report, and also you can even assist in funding them. And then you bring, because that's precisely what...
but was there any time that peace deal...
Governor Masari did that.
But has it worked even during his time? It worked. To what extent?
That time, we had a regular meeting with the GOC, with police commissioner, this Buba, with the director of DSS, Wan Mohammed, the head of the Air Force, there in something. And then we come with the senior commanders of the vigilante, and also some of our, you can call them agents who operate with the bandits.
Is there a nexus?
Yes. So
a nexus between, is it the breakage of the peace deal in Katsina and then the incursion into Kano?
No. You see, when you see how it was happening that time. At that time, since there was a commitment from the part of the governor, so we called together, and even people are going to attack the bandits in their own territory. So there seems to be some relative peace, and at that time, if you say you will going to make a peace, it may look a little more sensible because already the bandits were on the run. So when people now are talking of they are going into Kano, You see, you have to see the operation of the Boko Haram and banditry. What they do is basically they are not interested in entering cities like Kano or like Gusau or to dominate them, but they are more interested in encircling cities. So they determine the economic pace. Because I know before this banditry problem, you usually used to have about 50 vehicles from Gusau daily to go to Kano, 50 from Sokoto daily to go to Kano.
What is the situation now?
Now hardly you get 5.
So we have less than 1 minute. Will the peace deal ever work, or government has to do something different?
No, it cannot work. And also there must be a good relationship whereby you have unity. But the issue, all this issue that has been discussed now, the fact of the matter is not a question whether we have more people killed here or the issue is why Nigerians should be killed. Even Nigeria, irrespective of whatever, you must be an irresponsible leader in a country or any citizen to say that you accept even Nigerian goat to be sold. And that's why this entire relationship of various religious groups should be very prominent. But when we are doing that, you should get scholars, Christian scholars, or some leaders of Abana and Muslim scholars. Because the problem...
Don't we have that? We have the interfaith committee that you have, yes, the Sultan of Sokoto, you have, I mean, the chairman of the Christian Association.
Yes, you have chairman of Christian Association. You have like Oneka and all this. These are solid Christians.
Is that not a fair...
It's not a fair because on the other side, from the Muslim side, you have the Sultan. Sultan is a worker of Sokoto State. You can't put government person. You must put Islamic scholars. You have the Secretary General, who is also the registrar.
But Sultan is the leader of the Muslims.
Historically. But now you cannot tell me. In those days, Jawad and Sheikh Danfodio and Muhammad Bello, not only they are advanced on scholarship of Islam, but they are also military commanders. And that time, he controlled the entire territory. Now you tell me that Emir of Kaduna report to the Sultan. No. So you have to adjust, bring Islamic, correct Islamic scholars, and not wait to be appointed by government. Islamic scholars, they should come themselves, correct people, and then meet with their Christian counterpart who are also intellectually based, and then for the liberation of our country. Because there is no way this country will, you know, there's a report of every way, where you say that we are still the most hungry nation in the world.
So in 1 minute, finally, what do you think the federal government and then the state governors, especially in the Northwest, must do very urgently to bring a lasting peace? Now, we have 1 minute for this.
Yes. So very urgently, you know, they have to face the reality. And also, there must be some quality in terms of appointments. If you look, in most of this appointment, the whole purpose of making appointment at the federal level is you get people who are qualitative, who, if there are crises in your state, they can go and solve it out so that they can help the federal subs which are members of the cabinet or advanced appointee. Tell me, most of these appointees in government, in federal government, cannot go and call anybody in their states.
Is it that they are not known at home or they don't have the capacity?
And they are typical, now the irresponsible elites. All the northern elite do is to go and steal money and come and live in Abuja.
I'm tempted to ask whether there must be aggressive kinetic approach to decimate the bandits before you can come to a round table.
There should be a play of both. You make kinetic approach to know that you can deal with them. Because who will take you serious, for goodness sake, Hamza, to say that here is a government, you have military, well-trained, you have Navy, you have Air Force, you have DSS, you have police, and yet when somebody, a Fulani man with the machine, is dragging you away. You know this
is there conspiracy in a way?
I'm telling you, I mean there is corruption. One of the things is corruption in the system. Because I have interacted with some of these soldiers, police, and all this. I'm telling you, one, they are not well managed, funded. Because I have seen a situation where they will enter with APC with half tank in the bush. And you know, once we are fully finished in those kind of areas, it's basically a suicide. And I have seen a situation where they can hardly eat. But I have seen a situation where they also be part of the deal. But you know, this cannot be complete, the issue of banditry, if you didn't talk the question of the issue of mining.
Because okay, I think we'll discuss that.
So that's a lot of reactions from Nigerians. But what do you think about that in the comment section? Because this is getting tensed up. That every day by day we are hearing this level or increase in terrorism in Nigeria. Ever since Trump even talked or raised the alarm on this issue of security, it has increased. Because every day we keep on hearing that these people have been abducted, this priest spied, this church attacked. Because it have happened that even the Catholic Church was even attacked. So all these things are enough to raise concerns in our country today, because the level of insecurity in Nigeria is alarming. Is very, 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 very alarming. And what is the government doing? Nothing. They're not doing anything about it, because even the CAC have even raised concern. They have agreed that yes, there is a real Christian genocide in Nigeria. So now they are asking that if Trump can try to come and help, because right now it's as if the government don't know what to do again. Because if they know what to do, they should have stopped it or even said something about it. Because when the Brigadier General was fired, the government didn't do anything. Rather, they sent the vice president to go and receive the decamped people that they come from PDP to APC, despite the tense security happening in Nigeria. So guys, let me get to it in the comment section. If anyone can subscribe to my channel, I'll see you guys in my next video.